any second anyway. Take a bit of time.
Oh, goody.
Shit.
What, was I suddenly really loud?
No, I was looking for a stream on my channel by accident and I clicked on something else. Oh, I don't want video.
Yeah, I can type something publicly. Yeah, and a while ago I did It's Anime Titty Tuesday 9 months ago and it got a bunch of likes. So
I mean, go for it. Why is that video playing? With
give us the link to the podcast and I'll
give
make
it a go, my boy.
My boy.
So that picture is like contributing.
Science just released it. Sorry, go on.
It was like that video, that picture on Twitter, like, contributing absolutely nothing meaningful to a conversation. It's like yikes, K, oof, F, XD, Rick.
Yikes! I don't know anybody who's ever been genuinely like yikes.
UB and Envy does it.
Lady I was with last night does that. Save it for the podcast, Chaz.
So we started.
Oh fuck!
Shut
Yeah. Oh, were you back in the day? Were you watching You've Been Framed?
Yeah. My boy Harry Hill. Harry Hill.
Sack of a human being, and I'm here to shit on these other people who fuck themselves up for money. Send in your videos, £50, but onto the shit. Here's a dog. Oh, there he goes! Oh my god!
I think I've got to change the name of the podcast. I might have fucked it up.
Oh fuck! Oh, I have AIDS.
Fucking Harry Hill, man.
What a babe.
A few months ago, I watched. It was on TV, so I decided to watch it, and it wasn't as funny as I remember it being, which is unfortunate. I remember there was one clip which had me dying, and it was like it was an old woman and she was skydiving.
Yeah.
And as she was coming down, false teeth flew out her mouth.
Oh no! And they come out after and just smash on the ground.
I don't know.
Several billion chunks of teeth.
What episode are we on?
Of the podcast, like episode 5. I think we're on podcast number 5. I can believe that. Oh boy. Let's check the chat and see how we're doing.
Oh, on episode 7.
Oh, episode 7! Ooh! Fair. Oh my god.
We write out the fucking
You still called it Splatoon hentai.
Yeah, I'm changing that, man.
Good callback though.
Splatoon hentai, that failed stream.
I'm gonna be no the fucking the meme that we made, which I'll be putting in my next video.
Which meme?
The one that you were so proud of, that Envy pinned.
Oh.
Oh.
In fact, that's a little risky, but you're gonna censor it.
I know, I'm not putting the whole thing in, man. I'm literally putting in a very small voice clip.
What, the Splatoon hentai is so fucking good.
Y'all already know, fam. Is there anywhere where you can see how many views you've... Oh yeah, it says 3 watching right now. 2 of them will be us.
I'm writing the tags right now. God,
tags
we should really prepare before. Got old Harry Hill.
My boy Chrono in the chat.
I've got a teacher who looks like Harry Hill.
Hentai.
Harry Hill hentai.
Oh boy. So,
his middle name is
Some...
Harry Hentai Hill.
Harry Hentai, the Triple H.
Yeah.
He's just the owner of HentaiHaven.net.
Oh,
Hentai
could you
Haven,
imagine?
owned by Harry Hentai Hill.
Have you met like these multi-billionaires who like own porn websites? They're like these.
What the fuck?
Gross
I can
middle-aged
believe it, but
men.
what the fuck?
They're like really ugly.
That's why you get into porn. Like, I am limited in the amount of sex I'm getting.
What, and like
Let me just pay a bunch of other women to do it on camera.
be listed in the fat bastard tag.
Oh no. Fat bastard tag.
That's what it's called, is it? Or
Is that
ugly
real?
bastard?
It's fat bastard.
I think this one that's like fat bastard is like ugly bastard or something.
Oh my fucking god. Right,
But, I
so,
mean,
ladies.
It's safe to say
Chaz.
they're all like fucking grim, and if you get off to that shit, you might want to recalibrate. But
Recalibrate. Oh, Chaz, I've got a friend visiting tomorrow,
You've
and
got
I
a
might
friend?
go by, pardon?
You got a friend?
Yes, shut
Oh,
up,
yeah, a
Chaz.
friend yesterday. You were spooning together.
I don't, hey, we'll talk about that later, young man.
I'm sure we will.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ChaZthyGreat podcast.
Welcome.
It's
back.
his podcast. He should be introduced.
We're back.
Chaz, you do the
Well, I
thing.
mean, last month we didn't do one because we're unorganized. Well, we back. We here, and we'll try get another one out this month again to make up for
He
last
says.
month if we can.
He
We-
says
we
we're not
won't.
doing that.
We won't.
It's a lie.
We need to do it more consistently. Yo, we're close to have been doing it for a year now.
Wow, I think I've been doing YouTube in general for about 2 to 3 years now.
I've been doing it. Wait, when did you start? Wait, when did I start? Was it like? Oh, I don't know. Fuck it. I don't know.
I certainly haven't uploaded enough to say that I've been
Oh
doing
no,
YouTube for that
I've
long,
not.
but,
I was meant to make a video.
Oh
but,
no!
I was meant to upload a video today. I've not done anything.
I feel that strongly. I
Like
feel that within my bowels.
I've got the footage to do it, but I can't be arsed. Like that's the thing.
Holy damn!
And I need to motivate myself to do it. So it gets annoying after a while when you don't upload, because you know.
You get the artist's niggle. You get
Oh,
the bite
yeah.
at the corner of your
Yeah.
head, thinking, "Wow, I'm wasting my time by not."
Yeah.
things."
Let me
I'm
keep,
just
let me
scum.
continue wasting my time.
Yeah. But hey, so I am Ragnarobb. He is ChaZthyGreat, also known as Robert and Charlie. No, my name's Chaz. Fuck off, mate.
No, that's just for internet persona.
It's the internet persona.
But
And we're here with the ChaZthyGreat podcast.
but that's my nickname. That's what I prefer people to call me.
Well, is it?
But that fat cunt Owen doesn't.
Fat Canone. All right, sir.
All right.
He's such a large boy, but I sincerely hope, because you do admittedly bully him a bit. I sincerely hope that when he gets out of his creepy little 14-year-old, 15-year-old boy phase, that he grows up and just gets denture free. Because a lot of kids do that. A lot of kids are just disgusting nightmares when they're between the ages of 12 to 16, and then they get hot all of a
Our
sudden.
friendship group is built on insulting each other. That's what we do.
No, absolutely. I think most good friendships should be.
Yeah.
So, Chaz.
What's up, man?
Life, ladies, and Halloween.
Well,
is
I'll let you begin because easily your life is more impressive than mine. But
impressive.
yeah.
It's because I'm an old man in comparison. I'm a young man, but I'm an old man. Oh,
It's because you actually do stuff. I don't. I'm a hermit.
I mean, what stuff would you want to be doing, man? Let's have this conversation.
To be fair, I'd just like to get out of the house more, you know.
I want to get outside.
Yeah, but everyone's just a massive cunt.
Speaking
I
of
know they want
outside,
to- okay.
so my housemates, Jade and Eden, two people who I live with, they're brother and sister, and they're both Pokemon players. They went to Manchester literally now.
know
They're in
Eden.
Manchester as we speak,
I know Jade.
at a Pokemon tournament.
Yeah,
You have met Jade.
I have met Jade. She's cool.
She put up a tweet not like 50 minutes ago that said, "Walking around town, saw a homeless man masturbating, and then he shot up some heroin." She's like, she
Fuck off.
was
No.
witnessing. No, I'm deadly serious.
What the fuck?
Yo, Chrono, what's good? So they're in Manchester at a Pokemon
Manchester.
National Championship, playing Pocket Monsters, eating shit, chatting shit in hotel rooms, and I'm here. To be honest, there's nowhere I'd rather be.
Oh.
I'm here because today's a family day for me, and can we get really, really peak? Can we get super deep? Because I know that nobody goes back and watches these
That's the point of a podcast.
Right,
That's the
so
point.
something very terrible happened to me and my family recently.
Okay.
Have I told you about this, Charlie?
I don't believe you have now.
Okay. This, like, all memes aside, this is very, very horrible and stressful for my family. My twin brother overdosed recently.
Oh.
He survived. He
Yeah.
survived because we rushed his ass to the hospital, but he was in a very bad place, and he tried to off himself. Probably about just a week and a half ago now.
Damn. Okay.
And while it was incredibly stressful and horrible to deal with, it has meant that my family's been a lot closer as a result. We're trying to facilitate each other and just keep each other company and make each other feel supported and loved. And that's nice. That's chill. Yeah. And as a result of that, every 2 weeks at the very least, we get together as a family. We have a meal, mainly just order Chinese. We sit around, we chat shit, we giggle, we talk about love, loss, desperation, and all that fun stuff. And that's what we were doing today. So I spent most of the day with my sister, going around town, and then went home and hung with the fam. Had some heart to hearts with my mother, and it's nice because my family is very, very genuine and loving with each other, and I know not everybody gets that. So I'm always very, very thankful to be part of the family that I am.
That's good, man. It's quite upsetting that you need to have sad stuff go on in order to bring people closer together.
It's upsetting, but also circumstantial. People are fucking busy. When you're a family of adults and nobody's living at home anymore because you're all working your own jobs and living your own relationships, you don't realize just how you like grow apart from each other. Not necessarily emotionally, but just because I am living my own life, and that's not a bad thing, but it's a circumstantial thing. Yeah. I'm working a day job. I'm doing all this creative stuff on the side. I'm desperately failing at relationships, and like this happens entirely separately to how my sister's day job and relationship is going, and how my brother's day job and relationship is going, and it's mad. And to the Fishtastic Noob and Chrono, he is all right. He's staying positive. There wasn't any permanent damage. I know a lot of people who attempt suicide often sort of get fucked up later because whatever they did was irreparable. All I know is that he took about 50 pills. He started. No, I won't go into it. But
no, you don't need to, man.
But my mum rushed him to the hospital. They did whatever they needed to do, and he's now just chilling, eating food, working his job like he always would be doing. And we're just trying to keep him happy.
Come on, let's get an amen in the chat.
Let's get it.
Amen. That's amen. Amen. Here we go. Here we go.
But yeah, it was World Mental Health Awareness Day recently, and I think it's worth just having a quick segment. Charlie, you are a admittedly anxious person, and you have quite a tangible and real experience with anxiety. To whatever degree, I don't believe in people having this competition to see who's having it worse, and like your anxiety has to be as bad as my anxiety, or it's not anxiety. I don't think life works that way. No. I think we're all just having separate conscious experiences, and it's good to just be considerate of each other. But yeah, in terms of Mental Health Awareness Day, I didn't put up a soppy Facebook status like a lot of people did because I couldn't think of anything worth saying.
Neither could I. Like nothing original.
If I could be real, I'd just say that the more modern times get, the more that mental health is quite prevalent, and I think it's good that we're moving to a place where we can be a lot more considerate and facilitating of each other. So in the very least, just reach out to the people that you're around, and just care for the people that you love, and they'll care for you.
That's what it is. It's like social links. You gotta like.
It's like social links. It's like Persona 5, ladies.
Yeah.
If you level up your social links, then you get the fucking baton pass skill.
Wake up,
if you knock them down.
Wake up, get up, get out there.
Would that not fuck you over so much if you went to like somewhere in the city and you shook hands with a YouTuber and they're just like, I'll be seeing you again someday. I am thou.
Thou art I.
Thou hast discovered a new vow. You've discovered the fucking, like, you shake hands with, like, Logan Paul. It's like, you've discovered the fucking scum of the earth.
You've discovered the Death Arcana.
Yeah. Would you not shit yourself?
Fucking what? I do that with people anyway. like, no one gets it in Mansfield because they're, like, degenerates. But, like, whenever I meet a new person, I'm instantly like, I am thou art I.
Thou art I.
Fuck.
It's pretty fucked. But yeah, that's about all I have to say on mental health. I mean, no, to be honest, I have loads more to say. Do we want to go off on tangent on this? Because we like normally, just because because I'm publicizing this podcast a bit more, we're getting more viewers than we normally do. 8 people are watching right now, which is more than normal. Normally, when we do these podcasts, we have a big segment talking about gaming, we have a big segment talking about anime, and then we go on for like 2 hours just talking about wanking.
Not too long. That's how it be.
Yeah,
That's how it be.
But I'm quite happy to go off on a tangent just talking about mental health if we're cool with this. Are you down for this, Charlie?
I mean, it's not only my podcast, but it's also yours. It's just on my
also
channel.
my podcast. Guys, are we fine to get peak and just talk about life and shit?
Let's get peak.
Let's get peak. Charlie.
Peak.
Don't know if you know this about me, but when I was younger, probably when I was your age exactly, when I was exactly as old as you are,
15,
I was self-harming a lot in secondary school. I was lacerating my skin a lot, and it was weird because I think it's important to talk about how it starts, because a lot of people don't generally self-harm if they don't come into contact with what self-harming is and come to an understanding of what it can do for you. So generally you have to have like an introduction to it. And what happened was there was this girl that I was madly obsessed with in secondary school. And she was like, at the time, she was the definition of just an emo. And we just hang out, and on some late nights, like, life wasn't treating her well, or she wasn't feeling right, and she would self-harm. And she was my introduction to it. And basically, because I'm fucking dumb and autistic, I thought that a good way to connect with her would be to appropriately empathize with her situation by doing it myself, so I can try and understand it better. So I did it myself, and then it became a coping mechanism for me. So what would happen is, I'd go to school, I'd have a bad day, I'd think that I'd fucked up some way, or what it was I felt like I had to apologize for existing poorly. So I'd do it in like as a punishment thing. It's I regret breathing today because I did it so badly. I'm gonna make myself feel like shit because it's how I feel like I deserve to feel, and there'd be some kind of relief in there. But it's absolutely not helpful in the slightest. I feel like self-harm for a lot of people is just a hurdle that you've got to get over. You have a relationship with whatever coping mechanisms you have, and then you understand what is healthy and what is unhealthy. And I feel like that's what a lot of people do. Chrono Chaz is 15 years old right now, and I am 22 years old right now. It's a weird dynamic, but we make it work.
I'm gonna be real, and this might sound ignorant, but I've never seen the like actual purpose of like self-harming. I don't know why a person would even want to put themselves through that.
There's a lot of different reasons and a lot of different ways. So the reasoning is different for a lot of people. I did it for punishment. Other people do it. So here's an interesting psychology. I think is worth understanding, because this will open your eyes a bit. A lot of people self-harm because when you're having problems, generally if they're mental problems, they're very, very hard to process and fix. And you spend a lot of time internalizing a lot of negativity around these problems. So if you are depressed and you are in the throngs of depression, you won't necessarily understand it, but you'll be feeling it. What self-harm allows people to do is feel bad about something that they can very clearly understand. So for people who don't understand their own mental health, they might harm themselves physically because it gives them a clear focal point at which to direct their upset. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because it's hard to be upset with depression when you don't understand it. And it is fucking hard to understand your own head sometimes.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But when your arm hurts, it's like, fuck my arm.
Fuck
some people, and it is worth noting, and you'll have heard about this, a lot of people do it for attention. That's not necessarily a bad thing, though.
There's some fucking stupid... some idiot in my school who would just fucking... She'd fake it, like, she'd draw them on and do it for attention, and just do anything she could for the attention. It's like, you are fucking pathetic. You have to do that.
But do you not think people need help? So what I'm trying to say is, a lot of people, not all people, but a lot of people who do things for attention have a problem. And a problem deserves, or at least warrants, the exploration of a solution. If somebody self-harms for attention, it's probably because they're upset or depressed, or maybe have a terrible family life. And at that point, then you need to help facilitate them with their depression or family life or something like that. Like, attention seeking is good if they require attention, is basically what I'm trying. There's a lot of negative stigma around attention being this weird resource that people abuse, but the truth is, like, people deserve to be heard out and understood and helped generally. Do you understand what I'm saying? Charlie, you there? Charlie? Charlie? Oh my god.
Bro.
Your microphone cut out.
Yeah, that's why you never accept a fucking product from Owen. Never. Because I don't know what the fuck he's done to this mic, but it disconnects all the time for some reason. I might just wrap it around his head instead and just...
Before I overtake this podcast talking about World Mental Health Day and anything, did you want to contribute, Chaz, with any of your experience?
I've never really personally experienced anything serious. I mean, I had social anxiety for a while. Do I still have social? I don't think I do.
I don't think it's necessarily something that you just completely cure.
No, no.
It's just something you get better at.
Yeah. So I've just gotten better at talking to people.
Have you ever tried to employ some kind of form? Right, so here's the problem. Here are the ways that I'm going to try and deal with it.
You're cutting out a bit, I can't understand them.
No, so, let me try and reconnect.
Here we go.
So what?
Podcast.
So what I was saying was, do you ever do anything specifically to fight that? Do you ever go, right, I am unhappy with my social interactions, I'm going to do this to fix it?
No, I just carried on. And it just, I guess I kind of just pushed it to the side and just thought about other things and just had different interests. I just didn't really let it bother me. I think at the time I did, and then I just carried on with life, and it just kind of I just stopped thinking about it.
That's fair.
And here we are.
So, enough with the mental health stuff. People are mental. We're gonna do whatever we can to facilitate them and just be more understanding people. Charlie, what has been keeping you busy recently? Keeping
me busy. I've done a massive sin.
Done a massive shit on the table. Sorry, go on.
In the sink. No, what I've done is...
Do you ever take a shit and it feels dangerously too big and you're like, oh, today might be the day?
What, when you rip your arsehole?
Oh, no. Oh, I know that pain, but...
What, the coat hanger, yeah.
Oh, no! I'm not bringing this into the podcast!
I mean, it's our largest podcast, yeah.
Charlie, do not bring the fucking coat hanger into this fucking podcast.
Rob's itched his arse with a coat hanger.
Stop! Stop!
Okay. So
what's been keeping you busy? FIFA!
I sinned lately, and I bought my new FIFA, literally day one on release, and I'm upset about it. Yep, I'll admit it, I was a prick. But the best thing is, I basically got it for free. It's not really important how I got it for free, but basically I got it for free. So, what I did then, about 2 weeks later, the new Call of Duty's coming out, and I wasn't really bothered with it, but now I want it. So, I'm selling FIFA, which I got about a week ago, for the new Call of Duty.
Shameful.
But, it's justifiable, because the zombies mode is peak. It is class.
Fireball. What does that mean? What does a fireball mean in this context?
I don't fucking know. I don't know what the word means. I didn't know what word existed.
No, you just said fireball. You said it is a... Oh, did you say it's viable?
No, I didn't even say anything like that.
Okay. Right, so, we're getting Call of Duty, and we're going to jam on that.
Because of zombies mode. Because zombies.
Because of zombies. Fuck multiplayer. Fuck Blackout.
Nah, actually, Blackout's not bad. It's just a battle
I'm going to play Blackout.
I'm
going to try it. I think we'll play mostly zombies, but I'm going to try it.
I played the beta for Blackout because they released a few beta codes for it, and it was nothing special, I'll be honest.
Fair.
I only won one game. It was quite hard.
We are now into the gaming segment of the podcast,
Ooh!
Charlie. What is the very, very last game that you played, full stop? What is the last thing that you played before you got on this podcast?
FIFA.
Oh my god! You disgusting man!
I told you, I was trying to leave the club. I wanted to get transferred, and they refused to transfer, so I'm stuck with it now, so I'm angry.
The last thing I was playing was
Enough FIFA.
Hearthstone. I've been playing those nerdy card games, and to be honest, I'm a very big fan of Hearthstone. I put this my friend had 8 hours almost interrupted of the new card. Chrono, your friend's a waste, man.
Waste, man.
Your friend's a he's the wastest of men. Oh, I heard. Oh my God, Charlie. Charlie. I'm in a chat. I'm in a chat where where people just fucking roast each other. and a guy got roasted recently, and his name was Matt.
Okay.
Somebody said hearing Matt talk is like putting a stethoscope up to a shitting arsehole.
Jesus.
I told him he looks like the apex predator of B&M bargains.
B&M.
He is the most powerful creature in all of Poundland.
TK Maxx.
TK Maxx isn't bad.
It's a bit Benno-y, let's be real.
I love TK. How dare you? TK Maxx is my jam.
Wow.
They provided me with some of the best shit.
You might just be a Benno. I'm joking.
Charlie the Dick Thompson.
Yeah. What of it?
I'm gonna out my full name on the podcast.
Jesus Christ.
So yes, in terms of gaming, now that we've got off on that fucking roast tangent, in terms of gaming, we're planning to be playing some Call of Duty. We're still hyped for Smash Bros. What character are they gonna announce next? Will it be Springman? Will it be Geno? Will it be
Springman? Fuck Geno. Shadow.
Sayonara.
Shadow. You know what? A good shout for Smash, which they'll never do, but I wish they did. Yu Narukami, Persona 4 Arena. Bring that in.
When was that on the Nintendo console?
Who fucking gives a shit? They've got right.
Dickhead.
They've got rights for Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Oh, do they? Fair.
Yeah. What's gonna be on it?
I'm looking for Agnes Oblige from Bravely Default. I think she could be a very good Smash character.
Never heard of it. I think what they'll What we're gonna do is everyone's on about this the new Square Enix character. It's gonna be a World Ends With You character. World Ends With You. That's what it's gonna be.
That could be pretty spicy. I've been recommended that game. I've been told I should be.
I'm gonna try it out. I was listening to the soundtrack because you know me, I'm a fucking stickler for soundtracks. And I was listening to the soundtrack and I was like, oh, okay.
Funky fresh beats.
Yeah.
Funky fresh beats.
Oh, but
I hope it's not Bandana D. I don't mind Bandana D.
Nah. Fuck that. Fuck out of here.
I feel like with Kirby getting more.
Fuck out of here. Get that shit away.
Oh yeah, Persona 2 is a 3DS game. You're exactly right, Super Shadow 2021.
Well, I bet you don't even know who he is. I bet you forgot who Super Shadow is.
Is it Daniel?
It's Daniel.
It's Daniel.
It's Daniel.
It's Daniel.
Daniel.
I
Sanark.
his girlfriend that one time.
Sanark.
Tell me more. We were playing a betting game, and I said I bet you $5 and a blowjob that I can't say the alphabet. And then what happened? Then I said the fucking alphabet and I fucking fucked her, my dude.
Mad.
That's not even what Daniel sounds like. No. That's not remotely what Daniel sounds like.
Yo, but I mean, Smash has been quiet lately. It's been on the down low. I'm detecting either something. I'm thinking. No. What? Later. But what I think we're gonna do is early November. There will be a direct. Possibly another Smash Direct, and what they're gonna do is they're gonna have they're gonna announce a demo of like demo available straight after this Direct.
Oh, and one more thing.
And one,
yeah,
like they always fucking do.
Please take a look.
It's like no, but we all fall for it because it's like no, that can't be it. This is it. No, what we're doing. It's like one more thing. It's like we always fall for
it.
Smash.
And it is always Smash.
It is because because it's the most fucking.
Oh my god, the Little Mac trailer.
It's the most fucking hypest thing in existence. Let's be real.
Smash is very hype, and I can't wait.
Yo,
I'm sure it's gonna be very
Rob,
fun.
why the fuck is a dying franchise? Why is Pokemon on the list of things to talk to?
Well, no, because just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's worth not talking about. Especially considering a portion of our channels is built up a bit on
Mine isn't.
Mine isn't. My name's Charlie and I'd suck dick.
You are a PokeTuber fan.
That's me. It needs all four of them.
Disgusting.
But yeah, so Smash Bros, Call of Duty. Let's talk a little bit about Pokemon.
No,
Pokemon Let's Go,
let's
Pokemon
rush
Go,
on.
Pokemon Meltan,
Honestly,
Pokemon Eevee, Pokemon Pikachu.
Fucking hype train is
Are
non-existent.
you turning it off?
The hype train is non-existent for the new Pokemon games.
My
Also, can I just say, what are
Yes.
they doing? They're releasing it before Smash.
Yeah, that's
It's
fucked.
it's chief. It ain't gonna do well. Let's be real. They've said they're aiming it at people who play Pokemon Go. How many people who play Pokemon Go would you say have a Switch, or are even
enough.
gonna get a Switch? I don't think
A
they
lot of-
will. I don't think they
A
will.
lot of the adults do.
Well, yeah, but I don't think many people are gonna fucking get a Switch. Pokemon Go was like a thing that kind of just died within the first
I
year.
guarantee they will get the turnover they are looking for. Like Charlie, for what it's worth, I don't think Let's Go Pikachu looks amazing, but Pokemon is the highest grossing franchise in existence.
Yeah, because they released two
Google
of the same. They released.
highest grossing.
I'll have you know it's Wii Sports, but they released like two of the same fucking game at the same time. They count as two games basically.
There it is! Right, I just got up the list, the Wikipedia list of the highest grossing
What?
media franchises in existence.
Yeah, what are you proving?
$85 billion Pokemon.
I don't give a fuck.
Second place, Hello Kitty.
Fuck off.
I'm just...
No way. No way.
It's Pokemon, Hello Kitty, Winnie the Pooh, 75 billion, Mickey Mouse and Friends, 70 billion, Star Wars. Star Wars is number 5.
Jeez.
Pokemon is 85 billion, with licensed merchandise being 61 billion, video games being 15 billion, card games being
Oh, that's
10
a shame.
billion, manga being 1 billion, anime being 1 billion, and home entertainment being 804 million. Creator Satoshi Tajiri must be fucking minted. God.
I don't care.
Mario
No.
is like number 7 in this list. Disney Princess is number 6. Marvel Cinematic Universe is like number 11. Gundam is like number 15. Barbie, Fist of the North Star, Toy Story, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, Peanuts. Peanuts?
No, wait,
Peanuts?
wait, it's a Barbie Fist of the North Star.
Yeah. Oh my god, Call of Duty and Dora the Explorer here. The Simpsons, 15.3 billion. This is really interesting. Final Fantasy, 11.6 billion. Music sales alone made them 121 million
I'm
pounds.
so uninterested right now.
Frozen, Naruto, Dungeon Fighter Online.
I'm so.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, 9.8 billion.
Ooh.
Right, I'm gonna stop going over this, but I
um,
think it's just really interesting.
Okay. What's next? We talked about COD. Fortnite. Why is this?
We haven't even spoken about Pokemon properly.
Oh my god.
Okay, fine. Right, I'll condense it. I think it looks pretty. I think it looks well made. I guarantee that Pokemon are going to make a full, a return on whatever funds they plug into it. Pokemon is known to work. It's the highest grossing franchise in fucking existence. I don't doubt them for a second.
Moving on. Why is Fortnite on the list, Rob?
Because they released a new season, and you were probably going to buy the battle pass, like the little grub you are.
No.
No.
There was only one thing that interested me on it, and that was the OG menu music. That like fucking TN92. You can get fucked if you think I'm playing that game to get to TN90 fucking 2.
Just buy it, innit?
No,
don't
fuck
do
that. It costs like 25 quid for like one tier.
Ugh!
I don't even
That's
play.
disgusting.
I don't even play Fortnite anymore, so fuck it. Oh,
It was hype for a moment.
it was
I
never
think it's
hype. It was hype for like the
understandably
first
dying
fucking month, and then a 12-year-old got his hands on
down.
it.
In that case, Chad,
Hey,
what is the new
we
hype?
like Fortnite. We like Fortnite. Seen that video, haven't you?
No, I've actually never seen that video, but I keep
Oh.
hearing people reference it.
I'm getting it up right now. I'm getting it up right now for you.
Angry Birds, 8.7 billion. Ugh.
Here we go.
Digimon, 6.3 billion. Anyway, so Chaz, what is the next big hype thing?
Hang on a sec. I'm just playing audio.
Oh no! Oh, it's that video.
You can hear the woman in the background laughing. She's like, "Oh, this is gonna get me lots of money."
Oh no, Have you ever heard of the term weaponizing autism?
No.
It's
Go
when
on.
something is so unabashedly autistic that you could almost see it being weaponized. And I'm on the autistic spectrum myself, so it's like having an NPAS. I can. That is weaponized autism.
Pretty much.
Fuck's sake.
Alright, so.
But no, Fortnite, to be honest, are probably gonna hit the list that I was just reading from, of the $1 billion made.
I mean, we don't have any merch at the moment.
Oh, they will, and they do. They do have merch. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, but it's nothing like massive.
We'll see. Well, I might see you. Fishtastic.
And a bit more.
I love you.
Right, next up.
Yeah. Have a good night, man.
GTA.
GTA? Oh, this is your platform. Have your go, man.
Theft Auto. I've been loving the game. I forgot how fun it was to play with friends. With friends. Because I think playing it alone it's boring. But no, playing it with a group of 4 people where you can do heist is the most entertaining shit I've ever fucking probably experienced in a video game, multiplayer wise. It's so fun.
I do want to hop back on it, but my PS4 literally just doesn't have the memory, and I literally don't have the money.
Just delete some games.
I will do.
I mean,
I'll get there.
GTA's like 20 quid, my dude. But I've been enjoying it. I've been loving it lately. And there's gonna be more GTA content to come in the future on my channel.
Wow, more GTA content to come in the future. Wow.
Sonic. Right. Are we moving on to the next section?
No. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, for the 7 of you watching, which is to say 5 of you watching and me and Chaz. What is the best Sonic game in existence? For the people in the chat, please tell me, what is the best Sonic the Hedgehog game that it currently exists?
Rob, what do you have to say?
No. Oh, what? Oh, to answer my own question. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle by far. By far, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
I've never played the game.
Oh my god, it's the best Sonic game!
I mean, I quite like Sonic Colors.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what I did really like.
Sonic Heroes!
No,
you're gonna say Rush.
Rush was good, but it's not Rush.
Okay. I'm all ears.
Sonic Unleashed.
Oh, fuck off.
I love that game. That's part of my childhood.
Is it just a nostalgia boner rather than actual appreciation of the game?
It's a bit of both.
Okay.
I like the fact that they tried something new. That was like the last new idea they introduced to the Sonic.
You don't think like fucking Sonic Boom was new, where they made it play like a shitty Ratchet and Clank?
Who gives a fuck about Sonic Boom?
I mean, I'm just fighting your point. They tried something new more recently. It just turned out badly.
Well, I mean, still, who cares? What a fucking game. So I'm gonna
I don't
say...
know about the best, but Mania is defo up there. Oh, Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania was a love letter. It was a love letter.
I like how Mania was good because it was like this is what the fans want. This is what
Daniel likes
colours. But I don't think it's the best. I don't know what the best Sonic game is. I've not even played all of them. But like, based on personal opinion from childhood, I'd have to say one of the best ones for me would probably be Sonic Unleashed.
I'm always gonna love Sonic Adventure 2 Battle above all others. Sonic Heroes probably a close second.
I played
really,
Sonic
really
Heroes, but I never
Sonic
finished
Heroes.
It quite annoyed me when I was a kid.
Chrono says Sonic and the Black Knight thing. I don't remember. I remember seeing the Game Grumps play through it, but
oh yeah,
they made it look trash. To be honest, they made it look like ass.
Sonic and the Secret Rings.
I've been told that's alright.
Was
it ass? Was it ass? Was it butt?
Reviews say it was really good. Gameplay wise, it's a mixed
questionable.
Bag. It's very questionable.
Is there a lot of light dashing?
I don't know. It's been years since I played that game.
Right, Charlie. Question for you. Imagine if you had the ability to light dash in real life, but you had to conceivably think of something that you could light dash from. Would you like light dash from lampposts or light dash from just light dashing from light? Like, imagine just being able to light dash from light sources, and how would you use that?
Oh, that's a lot to ask me. you answer
I
it
mean-
first, just to give me.
I mean, to be honest, it would just be fun for clubbing, because you go out and then fucking have all the club lights on.
you
or
just
you go to,
instant,
like,
instant
Las Vegas and you
transmission.
could- Yeah.
Everywhere. You have a JoJo bit.
Yada yada does it.
Yeah, that is it.
Nah, one day in the future we'll have human light dashing.
Are we moving on to the
Super. Dan raises a good point. Sonic and Shadow was bomb. Everything else was alright. Chows were great. Chows are amazing. But the Sonic and Shadow levels were where it's at, because that's the core of the Sonic experience, just rushing fast. I didn't mind the other levels. Knuckles and Rouge was a bit wank. Tails and Eggman
you
was
saw
good.
the Sonic Adventure 2 thing on Twitter today.
Sonic. No, wait, what? Yeah, no, I think I did. I think I did see something. Just a moment.
It's like that guy jumping or dancing, whatever the fuck he's doing. I don't know what it is, but it's like a meme about the Knuckles levels where you gotta find the bits of a Master Emerald.
Yeah, no, I love that video. Good meme. Top meme. Very good meme.
Okay, are we moving on? Are we next
Yes, Chaz,
portion?
because that's what you're trying to get us to do.
Well, yeah, because what the fuck else are we going to talk about? Exactly. Alright, so moving on to the next portion. We've got we're in the anime portion here now.
Ooh, the anime, oh my
portion.
god.
First on the list. First on the list because, you know, MHA ended. Thank fuck. I was getting so bored with MHA.
Do not pretend like you weren't loving it.
No.
There were some ridiculously hype moments for My Hero Academia. I think that you're just jumping on the opportunity to hate something, because I specifically remember us both very much loving My Hero Academia.
I enjoyed the first arc of the season with All For One and with the villains, because I think the villains are interesting and cool, because villains are way much cooler than heroes. The next bit after that, where it was just for the provisional license, I thought was just boring. Like, it was nice seeing some characters and that, but the general arc of it was just a bit shit. And it had some good fights, like the Bakugo fight at the end.
Bakugo fight was phenomenal.
That was really good. But the one fight which annoyed me was the Gang Orca fight for the provisional license.
I loved it.
No, it annoyed me because it was like the stakes were so low. It's literally, what am I fighting for?
They killed Kakyoin!
Kakyoin!
Oh, it's so weird hearing the English voice actors try and say Kakyoin, because it sounds so out of place. I don't even believe there's a single Japanese person called Kakyoin. I think it's a made-up name even in Japan.
Have you heard how they say Kakyoin's name? Oh, have you even heard Kakyoin in the dub?
Yeah, a couple of times.
It's like Emerald Splash. Not really, but you know what I mean. But I mean, MHA, it just got boring at the end. I'm happy it's done.
Hey, Chase JC, nice to see you in the fucking chat, my dude.
I've seen lots of people say that, oh, MHA is the king of shonen. Fuck off. No, you can't. Nah.
What is the? Oh, are you telling me that JoJo is the king of shonen?
What do you think? Obviously it is. Obviously it is.
No. So the issue is, Charlie, there's already a statistical answer to this. One Piece is the king of shonen. It's not my favorite. It's not your favorite.
But it's so
the statistical king of shonen.
But it's so filler.
How do you know that? When did you watch One Piece?
I watched like the first season, like a bit of the first season, and got bored.
And it's so filler.
Yeah.
How do you know what's filler? You don't know the story.
Because it's like there's no story progression.
You know what, Charlie?
It's like fucking Pokemon, like whole fucking anime.
Pokemon has story progression.
Yeah, like about? one plot point every 20 fucking episodes.
Right. Pokemon functions loosely like SpongeBob. Each episode can be self-contained, but overall...
SpongeBob has no stuff. Shut the fuck up.
No. Do not lie and tell me that you weren't amazed when Gary ran away and then Gary came back.
Why in the same fucking episode?
Mad character progression.
Because that was filler, you cunt.
Oh my god, the whole Gary arc in SpongeBob.
JoJo has some of the best fight scenes.
I think JoJo is incredibly influential and important to shonen, and I think it does have good fight scenes and a lot of creativity in its writing and characters. I don't think it's the king of shonen. It's the king of your dick because you hop on that shit.
Due to personal preference, I'm gonna say right now, in my eyes, JoJo no Kimi no Buken is top tier, god tier of anime.
So are we just? So do you want to talk about just our particular top picks for shonen?
No.
My god, why even have a podcast? Why even have a podcast, Charlie?
Because that just sounds like a dead topic.
Oh my god, there's a bunch of students singing outside my house.
Time to fuck off, we're doing a podcast.
Get off my lawn! No, so Charlie very confidently says JoJo is his favourite shonen in existence.
Oh, you can't.
Go on, just have a little jizz sesh. Go on, just spaff on yourself, do it. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Boku no Hero Academia ranks very highly for me. I've definitely really enjoyed its characters and its world and its villains and its fights.
Let me just say, it's not like I don't like MHA. I think it's overrated, definitely. Absolutely, it's overrated. But I think like people say like, oh, no, it's really good because it takes something really generic and makes it different. It's like, no, what they do is they take something generic and disguise it. If you know what I'm saying. It's like they hide it under other stuff.
I disagree. I don't even... sorry to call you out like this, Charlie, but I think it's important in discussions. I don't think you facilitated your point. I think you need to give an example for anything you just said.
Like people are like, oh, well, a bad shonen would include a really overpowered character who wins, you know,
every
like,
fight.
Yeah, but like the thing is, Deku, there's like, oh, Deku is a really he's a really overpowered character, but they handle with that by having him not reach his full potential. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, but he's basically still the most overpowered character because it's got the strongest character in the fucking universe's quirk. You know what I mean?
I think it's a point that can be argued depending on how you articulate how they handle it. Because I don't think the plot's never gonna be so meta as to have the main character die or lose. Like, every shonen is gonna have the main character win eventually.
I mean, it'd be a good plot. I mean, JoJo did something like that.
Oh, I see. Part 3 spoilers?
No.
No.
Part 1 spoilers, actually.
Oh, okay.
But they do. Yeah. But character deaths are quite common in JoJo.
TJ Cross, I've not tried Brawlhalla.
Fuck Brawlhalla!
Oh my god.
Fuck Charlie. That game! I fucking shit.
TJ Cross is talking god.
Nah, man.
Charlie, don't be so mean to our viewers.
I apologise to the viewer, but Brawlhalla... my hate goes towards Brawlhalla, not TJ Cross. TJ, I love you, man. But Brawlhalla, fuck that game.
Monetized, I do see your point. Just going back to the best shonen, I think Naruto is a more recognizable character than Monkey D. Luffy. But that's only outside of Japan. I think inside of Japan, I think more people actually recognize Luffy over Naruto.
It's like part 5 of JoJo is like the most... is like the highest rating part in Japan. So like it's kind of like that. So like Jono would be.
I'm looking forward to it. I like the idea.
Part 5 is one of my favorite parts.
I like the gang culture in it. It's interesting.
I love it, man.
But yeah, so to back my corner, the shonen that I've physically watched the most of is Bleach, which has been critically panned, unfortunately. As much as I think there was a lot to enjoy in Bleach, I can understand why it falls off for a lot of people and isn't appreciated. The shonens that I think were the most qualitative and amazing to enjoy so far have probably been One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100 by the same fucking people.
Oh! Woo! One Punch Man. Jesus. Good show. Good show.
Oh my god!
That's such a good show.
Give me my tea, bitch!
That's such a good show. And Mob Psycho as well.
Mob Psycho was wonderful.
They were both class.
One Punch Man was phenomenal. Did you? Oh, Charlie, you need to watch Keijo. Have you heard of Keijo?
Yeah, it's a fucking butt fighting. It's a butt and titty fight. I know what Keijo is.
Oh. No, like it's very rare because I feel like comedies mostly work best in your own language. So if you're watching Japanese anime for comedy, it's either got to be a lot of visual humor, or it's got to be just incredibly well done or translated in dubs. Keijo was so fucking funny.
I didn't watch it, but I've seen some bits from it.
Keijo was so circumstantially dumb and funny at the same time. It's got a lot of shonen elements because it does a lot of dumb anime stuff. Like right, so just to give some context to anybody in the chat who doesn't know what Keijo is a sports anime about it's a women's sport. That takes place on floating platforms in pools of water. All you need to do is you get in a pool of water, you get on a float, and you have to knock each other off. It's like some kind of fucked up sumo wrestling. And they all do it in their bikinis or swimsuits, and they just fuck each other up. But the way that the show is structured is that all of the fighters have a big focus on tits and ass as to how they go about attacking each other, and because it's an anime, they've all got fucking special moves where they knock each other out or blast energy beams from their tits and dumb stuff, and it's and there's just one really fat lady whose special move is called Attack on Titan.
What the fuck?
Excuse me. And it's, if you know your anime culture, it's just very, very referential, and because of that, it's very fucking funny. Oh my god, I loved watching Keijo. Mewtwo, number 150, sorry.
Hey Rob, look
hi,
at
nice to see you.
Look at all those people coming into my channel and my podcast to say hi to you and not me.
Charlie.
I'm taking the piss, my dude.
Okay. Okay.
God, I thought that was obvious.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
Chase, my boy Zipperman, undisputed. Zipperman is a beast. Right. I think it's amazing.
Let's go into more detail about this, because we're in the anime section. We're done talking about Boku no Hero Academia. We appreciate the fight sequences. We are both mutually happy that the season is over, so we can have some space to watch something else. Charlie,
it's time!
What are you watching?
For JoJo!
Fighting
God!
Jeez! Oh, it's good.
Oh,
Canon, I feel like a lot of sports anime function as shonen anime in their own right, and just how they facilitate. It is more of a sports anime because it's about a sport, but I think sports and shonen like cross as genres because of how they structure their heroes. But that's a whole other conversation. My dude, Charlie, gush.
Oh my god, the new episode of JoJo. I mean, wait. Let's start at the beginning, which episode 1. Which I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna say it was quite mediocre. Wasn't special. The best part about it was just the art style and looking at everything. The ending of the first episode was hype, like music, visual, everything. Part 2 was they handled the Bruno fight so well. Episode 2, they handled the Bruno fight so well, because when I was reading the manga for part 5, I was reading it, and I was so confused on what was happening, and they animated it and portrayed it so well that you just knew what was happening, and you got a better understanding of Giorno's ability.
I like that because to be honest, like the limitations of the medium is the best reason to adapt something. So seeing something adapted in anime and then having it all come together purposefully is really satisfying. It's right. So this is why it needed an anime, so we can have this in its most perfect ideal format. But yeah, can you guys help me get into JoJo?
Oh, fucking hell. Watch part 1.
Let's have this conversation about JoJo no Kimi no Buken. We currently, in anime, we've just started part 5. I've only watched part 1 of JoJo.
God, you disgrace.
Which is not the best idea, because some of the stuff is referential to the old seasons, but so far, as its own self-contained story, I am appreciating part 5. Just hop on. The truth is, Chrono, Araki, the creator of JoJo, is a mad genius, and he does something which I really like, which is just being unapologetic in his art style and what he does. All of his characters are extremely effeminate, to be honest. and there's almost this slightly homoerotic vibe about the way that they. No, I'm being deadly serious.
I know.
The way that he poses his characters and structures the art style looks homoerotic.
Just the anatomy of everything.
Yeah, no, absolutely, the anatomy of it. But it works so well to suit his own style. The way to appreciate JoJo, in my opinion, is to think of it as like walking into an art gallery for some crazy guy who everybody seems to love, and just seeing if you can appreciate the craze. There's a really good anime reviewer called Super Eye Patch Wolf, who I watch, and he explained that the best part of the stand battles was watching the intimate sort of the mental battle between them, because modern JoJo right now is focused around stands, which is just every single main character has a second person inside of them with supernatural abilities.
It's not a person.
It's not a person. It's a manifestation of themselves.
It's a manifestation of their mentality, if I remember that correctly.
So it's a persona then.
Basically, not another person, is it?
And while a lot of them are really good at punching, all of them have these unique abilities, and they play around so psychologically with it, and that was really evidenced in the second episode of this new season, where they had a stand
Sticky fingers!
Sticky finger there! And they kept on... What was really interesting is that they kept on swapping who had the advantage.
Yeah.
One of them was escaping and needs to be chased, and then one of them was really good at hiding, and then one of them had the perfect strategy for finding out where he was hiding. Then one of them launched the attack, then one of them had the perfect counter-attack for that attack, then one of them didn't care enough to keep fighting, and it's like, it's interesting to see them swap the advantage so much. And I think that's where you'd appreciate modern JoJo. It's in the clever writing of how they formulate their battles. But in terms of old JoJo,
I'm gonna say right now, like, you might be tempted to watch the new part, but if you've not watched the earlier parts, watch it from the beginning and progress, because it feels so much better, and you get you just get a better appreciation for everything. So,
I'll be honest, JoJo Part 1, not amazing. Not bad. Not amazing.
I'm gonna disagree a bit and say, while the art style was really good, I love Part 1's art style, the manliness of it all.
Art style is consistently wacky, and I appreciate that.
When it comes, I love the fact that it was a lot more story driven back then, because I'll be honest, Part 3 was the most filler part. But then Part 4 improved, and Part 5 is going to be so much more better.
Me too, I have seen Dragon Maids, yes.
Fuck Dragon Maids. But what happens is, we're talking about JoJo, man.
Okay.
But what happens in Part 1 is, I think I know what you're talking about, and that's like, the fights are a lot. Like, are you thinking of the Jonathan versus big muscly guy? Tarkus, that's it. Like, where he just somehow just pulled the chain down and just gathered all that strength from nowhere. Speedwagon and just...
So it's been when studying Iraqi, people have explained how much better he's got at writing his characters as time went on. When the first JoJo came out, the JoJo character was based off...
It was based off Kenshiro.
North Star, Kenshiro. And the whole theming of that was just about being muscly and getting the job done. And I think that's reflected in how the fights go. And the way to appreciate Part 1 is to be a child and just like screaming out special moves. It's the same way you appreciate Dragon Ball Z. It's, oh fuck, is he doing the Kamehameha? I love the Kamehameha. Because in Part 1 it's, oh fuck, is he doing Sunlight Yellow?
Oh! Crimson Overdrive!
Did he say Overdrive? And it's pretty hype, but it's also very generic and sloppy. It's not bad. It's a nice start to the JoJo franchise.
Oh, I think it was an amazing start, because, sorry to interrupt, but fucking Jonathan is just such a perfect character to start off.
He's a wholesome dude.
They couldn't have picked a better character to start off the JoJo,
the bloodline
and everything.
I agree with that.
And especially when you go from Part 1 to Part 2, and you see the next JoJo, and you're just like, wow, this guy is nothing like Jonathan.
That is nice.
It is good. You've not watched Part 2, you fucking disgrace.
Yeah, but I know the contrast between Jonathan and Joseph.
Well, yeah, but still.
Anyway, so are we done talking about? Are we done?
We've not talked about part 5 yet.
Of course we have.
But
I mean, we can go into more detail.
But I mean, like the fight with Bruno, Jono versus Bruno was just sound effects and animation was amazing.
Very good. I do like that all of their punches sound like the largest bullets.
Oh yeah, no, you should see part 4. Honestly, Crazy Diamond's punches, Jesus Christ.
I like Crazy Diamond's design. I'd love to see. I want a model runway where they just dress up as stands.
What Killer Queen?
Killer Queen.
Do you know what he wears?
Pink and
no,
he wears looks like a cat.
He wears like a tiny fucking skirt with like a little metal coin over his dick.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Well, yeah. Part 5.
So you want to talk about part 5 more?
Yeah, part 5. We've talked about the fight. We've talked about how amazing it was, how amazing we handled that.
So for me, the reason why I'm especially because I have a loose understanding of where the story is going. Part 1 is let's go fight the boss. Part 2 is let's go fight the bosses. Part 3 is let's go fight all of the bosses across the entire world.
But they go on a journey, yeah.
Yeah.
Part 4 was let's fight. Was like
more interesting.
No, it was because they were hunting someone down. It was like we know where he is, but we don't know where he is. If you know what I mean, like we know he's in this location, but where? And it was so good because like he could be around any corner.
The first 3 parts were very much there's the bad guy. Let's go to him. Part 4 was far more subtle and mysterious. Even though I haven't watched it, I just understand the context of the story. All I know about Part 5, and this is all I needed to know, gang drama. It's about gangs.
I'm not telling you.
That is all I needed to know to be super interesting.
I'm not telling you anything about Part 5 story. I'm going to let you figure it out for yourself, because that's what I did.
Don't tell me. But yeah, so we find out at the end of the second episode that our protagonist of part 5 wants to be a gangster.
A gangstar.
That's
not a gangster. A gangstar.
He wants to be big in the organized crime industry.
But
in the context of JoJo and in the context of a shonen, that sounds cool.
The reason he wants to do it is because he doesn't just want to be a villain. He wants to, because he knows like this gang has power over all of Italy, which is where it's set. Yeah. And he wants to rise up and take control of the gang and reform it, and instead change it to be a good thing. Yeah. Because at the minute it's just like selling drugs to kids and shit, and it's just messy.
Women and children.
Yeah. Giorno hates that and wants to fucking he wants to change that. And
he believes in good people.
Yeah,
and that's cool.
That's what he does. But honestly, part 5 has some of the best characters. Some of the best fights.
I want to see Sex Pistol guy. I'm really interested.
Mr. Guido.
Mr. Guido.
Mr. Guido.
Mr. Guido.
He's cool. He's one of the best characters. He's a fan favorite. He is. I fucking love Bruno.
Nice.
And Abacchio's quite good as well. He has a really cool stand, Abacchio. I'm not gonna tell you though, because they don't tell you.
You're cutting out a bit, Charlie, so I'm just going to do this.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello. So, have we spoken enough about JoJo? Can I talk to Mewtwo briefly about Dragon Maids?
Oh, God, fine.
Fuck you, Charlie.
I'll go. I'm not into Dragon Maids, man. I'm not into
That's fine, it's fine.
I'm a shonen guy. I'm not into this
Shonen's fine. I like a mixed bag of sweets. I do. I like all kinds of stuff. I didn't watch all of Dragon Maids. I watched a lot of Dragon Maids, and I loved every bit that I watched. I love Kobayashi's nerdy character, and I feel like that's an easy way to get sucked into generic anime. They just make a character who will appeal to the anime nerds, but I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of falling for their trap. I like Kobayashi's character, and I like that she's a fucking. Hey, I work my day job and then I go home and I think about whatever things I'm passionate about. And I'm mostly a discontent, flat-chested nerd, but hey, let's rock. And just the interactions with all the dragons and all the sub-characters is just cute and fun and chill. I like it, I do. It's just it's what a moe anime should be, which is it should appeal to all of the cute things that you're looking for, but just have just enough depth to make you go, yeah, this is cool, this is nice. It should be Lucky Star. It should be Lucky Star. Hey Charlie, are you there?
Oh, sorry, are we done? Are we able to move on?
Yeah, we're done because you're gonna fuck up whatever I have to say about Dragon Ball.
Alright, that's perfect. What's next on the agenda?
I mean, if we actually look at the agenda, it's Psychopaths.
It's a psychopath.
Charlie.
I've not fucking watched Psychopaths, my dude.
Let me pitch Psychopaths.
You've told me about it before. I know what it is. It's like a society. We live in a society. It's like
we live in a society.
So it's one of them. It like it's like the
You're looking
criminal
for the
record.
perfect word, and the word is dystopia.
Well, yeah, but it's like everyone's criminal record is visible.
Yeah. So the reason why I wanted to talk about it is just because I've started watching it again with Jade, and that's chill because I like anime time. And it's I'm remembering what I love about it. It's got this subtle. It's very gritty as far as anime go. It's quite like even just in its art style. A lot of the colors clash in this really pretty way because they've got a weird mix of like future funk where there's lots of neon lights and shit going on. But also, it's a police drama, so there's lots of blood shades of brown and red and grey because it's a very, very formal environment where a lot of the people are operating. And just the art alone sets this wonderful scene for how it's going to play out, and I love that. I love that. So for anybody who isn't already aware, it's a dystopian future tale about criminal investigation in a future where there's a system where you can predetermine whether or not somebody is a criminal. You can understand people's mental state just by looking at a piece of ID that they have, and a piece of ID that they hold will tell you how insane they are or how likely they are to commit a crime. And then all the drama that ensues around trying to lock people up for crimes that they didn't commit. And it's gritty, and the main character's a cutie, and the supporting cast are all really cool and have really cool backstories, and I can't wait to finish it.
What again?
No, I never finished it the first time.
Oh,
I only got like
I was just about to call you out.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Rivali's Gale. Okay. What's next? We've got Rob.
Yeah.
The next on the list.
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to lead? I thought this was taking place.
The
on
next on
the
the list. We're doing. No, I was just saying. Just saying. Stupid cunt.
Charlie.
Anyway, next on the list.
We are both. Are we doing any more anime, or are we just moving on to miscellaneous?
I mean, there's not really much to say. I've got too much to finish watching. I've got.
Chase does tell me to keep watching Desert Pump.
Fuck Desert Pump. I've got too much to watch right now. I've got
Why
to
are
watch.
you so rude to people, Charlie?
So I've got so much to watch. I've got to watch fucking Cowboy Bebop. I've got to finish watching Kill la Kill, which probably will never fucking happen.
Kill la Kill's great. Finish it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's not on Netflix anymore. For fuck's sake.
Aren't it?
No, I don't want to go to my fucking computer. I'd rather just sit in bed and watch it.
With my dick in one hand.
Yes, actually. The only way to watch Kill la Kill.
Don't lose your way.
Oh, I'm actually not a fan of that song. Then I've got to finish fucking Death Note.
Death Note's very good. I feel like anybody who's getting into anime should historically watch Death Note.
Yeah,
there's like a short list of anime that all anime buffs should be watching. And I think every single anime viewer should be watching Death Note and one of the big shonen. They should be watching either a little bit of Naruto, a little bit of Bleach, or a little bit of One Piece.
I don't like either of those.
I know you don't like any of those.
Alright, next up. What are you doing?
Rattling a enamel pin around a deodorant lid.
Huh.
Don't do that! In it!
Right, next. We've got the Owen skits. Me and Rob came up with some ideas recently for some skits because we're actually we're loving the ideas of skits and we want to make more in the future. And Rob came up with in a bit, my boy. And Rob came up with the idea of incorporating Owen in some of the skits. And we had an idea where there's like one of us has like an issue, like a problem. And it's like Rob, give us an example. Give us an example.
Okay.
Give us a quick example.
Oh my god, I want to ask out Stacy to the prom, but I don't know how to get her attention. What do I do?
And then just like a white glow appears under the door, and then the door The door opens by its own to reveal Owen in a pair of white robes. Just going. All right.
Yeah. So, just for clarity, Charlie has a very close friend. He's called Owen, and he's a blob of a human being. He is just the picture of no culture. And that's fine. When you're a 15-year-old, you're allowed to be a sad blob of a human being.
No, I agree.
But he's the British stereotype of just the, oh, that's gay. Wow, that's gay. Oh my god, that's so gay. Oh my god, he's the embodiment of just the British 15-year-old experience.
We've talked about this before at some point, definitely, but we had an idea because Owen, we're sure, I'm positive he's not homophobic, but he's got these views.
He's got that young. He's got that when you're particularly young, you're just uncomfortable around gays.
So we wanna, because Owen looks like a mess right now with shit hair and shit fashion sense. So what we wanna do is we wanna get him a session with some homosexual males and give him a makeover, and it's gonna be hilarious because he's gonna be forced to be with a group of gay men who are gonna be touching his hair and talking. And I want a bunch of gay people to do it.
So Owen, have you been talking to any girls lately? I don't know, Mr. Gay Man. How about you? Oh, honey. No.
That's such a good idea.
Owen's a blob lord, but I thought it would be really funny if in a bunch of comedy skits we treat him like the most intelligent human being on the planet and just come to him for advice all the time. And just like he's a guru, like he's got an office where he's burning incense and reading books.
with a pipe.
Yeah. Oh, and you've got
a monocle.
Can't believe you disturbed my fucking meditation for this.
He closes a book and shuts it. You just hear a slam.
I was just reading Tchaikovsky's.
Oh my god! Speaking about
Owen, I was reading music.
Owen, we was in a library recently, and Owen picked up a massive Bible and went up behind these kids and just slammed it shut behind them.
The rascal! What a rascal!
Yeah. What's up next? Channel rebranding. We're done with Owen shit, aren't we?
Yeah, we can move on.
Okay, so next you probably know this. I mean, you must know this. The channel icon has changed. We've now got an official mascot for the ChaZthyGreat channel, an avatar, whatever the fuck you want to call it. We've got the boy, the
this
man.
This is your character.
My character.
This is Chaz official.
Yeah. But the scar, you're probably wondering what the scar means like that.
Nobody was wondering what the scar.
No. They were. Trust me. The scar is there to resemble the rough upbringing of living in Mansfield.
Mansfield, the shithole.
It's just a meme on my channel.
It's a meme. So now that you've changed your icon, which by the way is lovely, I do love the new icon. Fuck your banner! Your fucking
yeah.
Your banner. What you need to do? Have the Z, like the cross in Subarashi style. Just have ChaZthy with a big fucking.
What?
So have the Z, like bifurcate through the whole thing. So. Oh wait, no, I see. I misunderstand it. Never mind.
Baka! But yeah, the channel banner's ugly right now. It was made ages ago.
Ugly shit. Makes me want to throw up.
By a fat Scotsman called Yubi.
Oh, I'm sorry to shit on Yubi's work.
But later down the line, I'm gonna get in touch with a friend by the name of Carlos Pokemon, who was in the stream earlier.
What up, Carlos Pokemon?
Big up, Carl.
Big up, Carl.
Eventually, at some point, I'm gonna get in touch with him and just organise a new channel banner. The thing at the moment is I'm just thinking what I should have for banner. I want lots of colour, and I've got a few colours in mind. So I'm thinking either what is that?
No, we'll talk about it later.
All right. I'm thinking either blue and pink or blue and yellow.
Oh my god.
I know, right? And then it's we've
Blue
got to
and
think,
pink and blue and
yeah,
yellow.
then
What?
we've got to think of a font and like the effect. Like you know, how yours has like the anime lines.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I've got to think of something that's not that, but some sort of effect to define it more. You know. I'm not gonna copy you and rip off your thing. I know that's your thing. I'm gonna think of something so
like,
original.
man.
No. I'm gonna come up with something so original, so unique. You'll never believe it. You'll be like, damn, who that?
Oh, damn. Oh my god, damn.
That's a thick boy.
Oh.
That's a thick ass.
Damn. Damn. Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy.
Okay.
Oh, it's so good. That's a top meme. That's a top meme if there ever was a top meme.
Rob, have you got anything to say about channel rebranding? First of all, what do you think of the avatar? The new thing, the new ting.
Your new boy.
My new boy.
I like it.
I like it.
I like that it has personality and presence. I think you should get rid of the It's not really commonplace to have the. If you've paid for the commission, you don't typically keep the artist's signature on the drawing. You can do what you like, but it's normally not common to do that as far as I'm aware.
Well,
if you pay for it, you can have it without the signature. If you want to promote them or just keep it there for stylistic.
Well, I mean,
purposes,
I've already put the name in the fucking description of my channel, so.
Yeah,
I'll change it later on. I mean,
the only thing that I'd say is now you've got to get your hair cut like. Your hair's got to look like your character now.
it was similar to that. I had it a lot shorter around the sides, but I had it like I don't know how you say it, like not spiked, but it was up, like it was
okay.
It was up at the front. On my avatar, it's just messy.
Yeah.
I need to find a good way to make my hair look messy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. We'll get it done. So yeah. It was made by a really talented artist who I appreciate, and I'm definitely gonna give him some more work in the future for a good price as well. Because
somebody in the chat has mentioned that the volume's a bit quiet. Alright, low key though, VOD is really quiet, so you know your boy got to crank the volume up. Anyway, Chaz is blowing my eardrums out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get much closer to the microphone in the hopes that I can.
I could just,
that can make shit normal for you. Sorry, quote cannon.
I could just turn you up.
Yeah, turn me up, man.
There we go.
Turn it up.
Turning you up. They got your way, so. Right, it's gonna have to do. I have lots of sound issues sometimes, and it's like, it annoys me because sometimes it's genuine, and it's like I listen back and it's like, okay, this is messed up. We gotta change something. Like it was last time of a Splatoon stream, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's other times where I'm playing a game and I'm like 2 hours in playing it on stream, and then someone's like, wow, you know what? The commentary is really quiet, and I listen back and it's like, that's fucking fine. What you on about? Shut up. Like everyone else is perfect with it. Why the fuck do I need to listen to one person? So yeah. So when I sort on volume, I've got to just fucking check, you know. Right. So Rob, do you have anything to say about channel rebranding? Like
in terms of channel rebranding, if I'm ever consistent enough on my YouTube channel to make it worth anything, I'm absolutely going to rebrand. I really like my channel banner, which I've kept for the past like 3 years and made absolutely not my banner, sorry, my icon. I've kept that the same for like the past 3 years, and to be honest, I might keep it till the day I die. But I'd love to, like, if I make the channel more personality centric or anything like that, or even if I'm just uploading more constantly, then I might go through holiday rebranding and do a Halloween one and a Christmas one and shit like that. But we'll see. I mainly just need to get on content before I give a shit about how I'm branding.
A while ago, you said you were gonna have like a chess piece done.
Oh no! Right. So because I want to get into the creative circle more and just try to get into production and just being parts of other people's productions, I wanted to have some kind of logo to accompany anything that I work on or anything that I'm a very, very key part of. So I wanted to make a logo that was going to be a chess piece, like the knight's chess piece that looks like a horse. Yeah. I want it to be redesigned to look like a zebra because I'm black and white, and so that makes me a zebra, and I think it's just a cool thing. And I also like zebras. I think zebras are pretty cool.
I just remembered the time when we were discussing the idea we had where we would both commission an artist to make each other's persona, And before that, we were just
GG.
we were having a short discussion, and I was like, "Yo, Rob, what animal would you like?" And you're like, "I want a zebra. I want a zebra." And it's like, "No, I'll pick." I just want to know what you think.
Ask me the
Because
question.
I want to know what you think it should be.
Mate, Charlie, you're gonna be a fucking mole. You're gonna be a mole in the dirt that you walk around in fucking Mansfield.
I'm not a mole, fam. I'm not a mole.
You're gonna be a mole. You're gonna be a centipede.
Ugh, that's grim. I fucking hate insects. I'm more like a
Mouse.
the white wolf of
Shut up!
Wonders.
Shut up! You.
You know, it's like the only hope, the only form of light in the shithole that is Mansfield. I am the only hope of this town.
Charlie. Suck a dick.
No, that's gay, man.
Charleston.
So,
I'd like to give you some floor room. Tell us about football.
football. Oh, I mean,
I'm here.
I'll only tread it lightly because I know you fucking degenerates who watch my channel. It's cool though. We're all degenerates, like aren't fans of football. So I'll talk about it for like a minute or two. Basically, football season started, which is all good because I'm a fan of football. I support my not my local team, but it's a team I've always supported.
Local sports teams.
It's not a local sports team though. I fucking hate. I hate my local team. I hate my local sports team, but it's Mansfield.
Local sports teams.
Do you wanna eat a dick?
do you want to commit to die?
Here we go, Rob. I'm going to give you some room to talk. Yeah, exactly. Come on. So gay. God, you're so backwards.
Rude. Oh yeah, Super Shadow 2021. Over the next 3 days, I'm planning to get incredibly turned. My first friend is visiting Nottingham, and we're gonna get drunk,
First friend.
play video games, and I met him when I was 6 years old. He's my very first friend.
Jeez.
We're gonna get drunk, play video games, and talk about pussy, like fucking lads. Oh my god, lads!
The pussy you don't get.
Should have seen me. Should have seen me yesterday, bro.
You were spooning with a body pillow. Let's be real.
That is a lie, and I will fight you on that, and we'll talk about it later, okay?
So you fucked a girl yesterday, yeah?
Not quite.
But you spooned with her.
Yeah.
How can you spoon a girl and not fuck her? What? And now you say, and now you're like, oh, I'm having difficulties with relationships. You literally spooned with a girl yesterday. Shut up, blow.
Well, that's not a relationship though. It's more of a casual thing.
What do you mean? It's a casual thing to spoon with a girl, to place your dick between a girl's arse cheeks.
I mean,
It's not casual.
This podcast took a wild turn.
Yeah, it sure did.
No, we're just keeping each other happy. God, I wish that were me.
By fucking.
Just a light finger.
Why not just get a relationship for fuck's sake?
Why not?
If you
Charlie,
feel
Charlie, thy great.
No.
If it's for a second that easy.
If you feel that way, then why not just fucking form a relationship? You claw.
People are complicated.
Fuck that. We live in a society.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop!
But yeah, football season started. Supporting my team, Leeds United. None of you care, but I'm gonna say top of the league. Top of the league.
Glory supporter. Top of the league.
We're going up. Anyway, but no, I want you to come to a football game one day because I think
I'd be happy to turn along.
Even though you're disconnected from sport, I feel like I can tell you'd love the atmosphere.
Oh yeah, I'd like the crowds. What I'd do is I'd pretend like I know what's going on, and I do that thing where you stand up and shout just a little bit after everybody else does.
Yeah.
So there'd be a goal and be like, oh yeah, what are you doing?
It's like someone gets fouled at the halfway line. You stand up like penalty, and it's like not a penalty. But nah, I can tell you'd fucking love it. The atmosphere.
I like
That's,
just shouting at shit.
Chase.
Just get a fucking relationship.
Chase, you are a mong. You are an absolute spastic, and
ChaZthyGreat.
I would bang you out, fam.
Oh, I'm gonna start using that one.
Chase,
Chase,
I would bang you out, fam. I would proper bang you out,
he wants to have boxing matches with people.
I would proper bang everyone out in this fucking podcast.
All 6 of us at the same time.
Yeah, ever six.
And one of them being you.
Yeah. That's how
Don't
wild
trust
I am.
anyone, not even yourself.
Why, hitting yourself? But yeah.
Guys.
Chase, I fucking challenge you to a boxing match one day.
Chase, my friend Seb has been playing World of Warcraft with you recently, apparently.
I'd eviscerate you.
Seb says you're fucking slow, mate.
Seb's a spicy boy. I ain't spoken to Seb in a long time, but Seb's cool.
Seb's a wonderful dude and I love him.
Seb's real
genuinely.
cool. Real cool.
I'm gonna spoon him when he gets here.
Real cool. That's gay.
That's real cool.
Why, you say I'm gay, you're the gay one. You just said you'd spoon a man.
I mean, you're pretty gay.
How am I gay?
I mean,
exactly.
Cause you watch Splatoon Yaoi. You go on Twitter, you come across gay Splatoon porn, and you go, wow, I like this. And then you share it with me. You post it to me on Discord and Twitter.
I do
you send it to me
I do
in large quantities.
I do yeah, but it's not like I do anything to it.
It's other than masturbate to it.
I told you the other day I had a real, well, I say conversation. It was just a real,
a real conversation.
It's a real.
Yeah, no, I believe you.
Talk. And I was like, nah, I'm not gay, man.
Yeah, I believe you.
It's just an art form that I like to support.
Yeah, of course I believe you. Yeah, I believe you. Yeah, no, I believe you. Charlie, I believe you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
You're such a fag, honestly. Honestly, man. Such a faggot.
Yeah.
Alright, oh my god, I just realised the kid on the right in the real like Fortnite video looks like you, just a younger version of you.
The kid on the right, what?
The dark coloured boy with the white
Excuse
shirt.
me. on the right.
Yes, looks a bit like you.
Oh, on the right of the 2 people. Not the guy with the glasses and the large afro. The guy with no glasses and a smaller afro. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna argue. Right, so the real reason I sent you this image,
Yeah.
I wanted you to tell me what you think all of these people are doing here, just based on how they look.
It looks as if they're supporting someone.
What do you think they're all there to appreciate? They're all there in the one place to enjoy one thing.
A good old boxing match. I'm joking.
No.
I want to say a music festival, but I'm thinking a Smash tournament.
Yes, you're right, Smash Brothers. Do they not look like Smash players?
They do.
Do they not look exactly like Smash players?
Do,
and I hate that that's a thing. I hate that people can look like they play Smash.
Do you know why I thought that?
Why?
Because the guy on the left with the glasses in the beard, not the black dude. No, not the black guy. The guy on the left, above the guy who's wearing the goggles on his head.
Okay.
He looks like Zero.
Oh my god. I think it is, you know.
It could be.
Anyway, we're off topic because we're talking about something that's not like visible to the people in the podcast, and that's not fair. Rob, you should look up Starbound. Seb and I suggested a village of gnomes and threw them at what?
Chase,
Subjugated a village of gnomes.
We're not playing Starbound.
Wow, that's crazy.
On the channel. I looked it up.
I might give it a try.
It looks like a wank, pixelated, shitty 2D.
Wow, Charlie.
I'm being real. I'm a first like opinions guy or whatever. First impressions. That's the word.
Oh.
I'm a first impressions guy. If it
I
doesn't
just spilled wax all over my table.
If it doesn't look interesting to me at first, then I've got no interest. I'm not gonna bother looking into it because I'll have no interest. If I don't like the way it like looks like a game, I'm not gonna bother with it because it doesn't appeal to me. I'm not gonna bother with it.
Fucking mess.
Oh well.
I've made such a mess.
What you done? Spilled candle. What you done? Spilled candle wax down your dick hole.
I mean, that would be terrible.
You know, people find pleasure from that. For like pour boiling candle wax down the dick, let it set, and then wank.
Charlie, where the fuck did you find this?
I heard it on a Game Grumps episode.
Shoot it out!
I heard it on a Game Grumps episode.
Shoot!
I heard it on a Game Grumps episode, I'm gonna be honest.
I think I heard it on a Game Grumps thing as well.
Yeah.
It's like, where are you searching this,
Chase,
Charlie?
you're the biggest virgin I've ever met, fam.
Stop being so rude to Chase.
No, no? He treats me like that, so I'm gonna treat him like that.
It's because you're the biggest virgin he's ever met.
Biggest virgin, fam. I bet he's like 50 stone.
So what were we talking about?
What we're talking
Before we
about?
started insulting our audience. What were we talking about?
Fuck Chase. Nah, me and Chase have beef.
Charlie,
What's up? What's
do
good?
you want to talk about Subarashi style?
Subarashi style. Okay. And I'm gonna purposely say it like that. I'm only gonna say it professionally when it's a professional situation. Like if
Yeah,
it's
that's fine.
because I just can't be asked.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You do.
Subarashi style, or Subarashi style as Rob likes to call it. Me and Rob have one what's it? We have one
Mutual interest?
Yeah, mutual interest that we both enjoy, and that's fashion. And we've both got some form of like passion to become a model in some way. I'm technically already one.
No, I won't. No, I'm quiet.
I've got a portfolio, fam. But
I'm quiet.
But me and Rob have decided that we're gonna make a Instagram account, and every now and then we're gonna meet up in Nottingham, make up an outfit, and just go out into Notts and just take a few pictures and just upload it. And it'd be like a modelling / fashion thing. And hopefully, if it gets big enough, we're gonna try to turn it into like a fashion line, clothing line.
We would love to model some clothes around the JoJo characters
like,
and stands.
Specifically like Bruno and Giorno.
Bruno. Bruno.
Yeah.
He is Guy Crush Tuesday.
Oh, absolutely.
It's Man Crush Monday, and Woman Crush Wednesday, I believe.
Wow, that's gay.
Yeah, he is Man Crush Monday.
That's gay.
Why is it gay? Well, yeah, it kind of is gay. That's the point, Charlie.
Wow, you're so gay, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, what do you?
I believe you.
Wow, that's so gay.
I believe you.
Charlie, are you trying to turn this around on me?
I believe you.
You trying to do this in my house?
I believe you. It's good.
Charlie,
I believe you.
You are getting uninvited
I
from
believe
my
you.
Smash Bros party.
Don't forget about that. That's all we got.
You know this.
You know this. Oh.
Bring it in.
Bring it in. You know.
You know this. Can't forget about that. That's all we got.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no context to like. We've just got to hope that the people hearing us talk are savvy enough on memes to know exactly the Key and Peele skit that we're referencing.
Not necessarily cosplay in the streets. I mean, we can't just make costumes. We'd have to get some form of like income to get people to make like actual quality items. That look like
No. So we don't want to cosplay in the streets. Super Shadow. Design clothing thematically around the characters.
Basically, yeah.
So Bruno and, to be honest, most of the JoJo people have ridiculous chest pieces. They have a lot of their chests showing, especially in this latest season, and that's not commonplace in modern fashion. Shirts are, and what I'm saying is we take some of the color schemes and patterns that are used in JoJo characters and reflect those on shirts or trousers or just make it getting a Discord call.
Fuck off.
Make it applicable for modern fashion, but make it inspired by the characters that we're appreciating on screen. Make sense?
Yep. That's good. So yeah.
But yeah, long story short, we want to get into modeling because for me, it's because I have a certain fashion sense that I really want to propagate and just like be a part of. I like constructing the kinds of things that I wear, and I want to make it public and interesting.
I mean, you know my fashion. I can kind of wear anything.
If you say so.
I mean, I do say so.
Well, it's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be wearing anything.
We're gonna be doing that.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's just a fun side project to think of.
And we're planning on starting.
No one in JoJo does have chest hair. You're right.
I shave my chest actually.
Ugh.
What?
Sorry, go on.
Chest hairs are ugly, my dude.
Okay.
Well, I think so anyway.
What were you saying?
Next up, we've got the Halloween shit.
Do we?
going on. Yeah.
We kind of passed out on Halloween shit, so...
Well, I mean, we're still gonna come around. We originally planned it would be me, Owen, and Rob, and we'd all go to Knott's, and there was this like haunted like prison, like cellar, that you can get tours on. And the last time I went there, it was a tenner per person, so 10 quid per person. Now, oh my god, people are here. But the next, when we've checked for prices, turns out the prices have been updated. It's like £60 per person. Like, no way that's happening. No way. No way. So we've kind of had to ditch that. So we're kind of going to have it where I'm going to come around and we'll make some projects or whatever. We'll make some skits, all that shit, and chill. And
oh my
we'll
god.
probably come around maybe another time with Owen, hang out in Nottingham, go to TGI Friday because that chicken.
Oh, sesame chicken.
That chicken. Oh.
What about, oh my god, food.
The sesame seed chicken or whatever, from TGI Friday, is the best dish I've ever had from a restaurant. But yeah, so, and we're also gonna probably try make the Owen skit we're talking about.
Oh,
Maybe.
but then we've got to get racist Owen in my fucking house.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, man. We could always do it with the streets of Nottingham, where it's heavily like mixed, like culture. It's cultural.
You could try that shit. That is shit that you could try.
I'm still happy. I'm still happy about the first time we met when I was going home. We walked past a graffiti on a wall. That said
Waste
Man.
Man.
I'm so proud we saw that. I caught that out actually.
How do you go from 10 to 70?
What do you mean?
What is 10 to 7? No, Danny just asked, how do you go from 10 to 70? I don't understand. Probably about calling him racist or something.
I don't know, man.
Maybe.
So yeah, that was a Halloween stuff. Oh, 1 minute, I'll be back.
My dude, Charlie. We've been... Sorry, man. You've never had a good experience in TGI Fridays? What's wrong with you? What up, Papa Thompson? Wagwan, Daddy Bear?
Right, I'm back. Oh, fam.
What's wrong with
just
you,
hear?
Dad?
Oh no, they've just.
Where's your Addy mother? Where's your fucking mother?
They've just come in from a night.
Addy mother. Oh my god, police outside my house.
Oh damn! No, they've just come in from a night of drinking.
Oh wow.
No, the man's
Charlie.
still lifestyle.
Keep it quiet, I'm gonna shag you more minute.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
That's a horrible thing to say.
God, you're so
Hello?
autistic.
Come in. Hello. Yeah, absolutely. Just walk in. Sorry that's in front of the door. Just the pink one is the one that you. The purple one is the better one.
Is that
to use.
Adam?
Yeah. No, that's Luke. Who's Adam?
Oh, well, I thought it was.
Who the
called
fuck's Adam?
I thought it was called Adam.
What was that? Sorry.
He means Eden?
Yeah. Oh, Eden. Yeah, he means Eden. No problem.
What's up, Luke?
He can't hear you.
Okay.
Oh my god. Charlie.
TGI Friday isn't even in Mansfield. Get beaned, Chased. Get beaned.
Charleston.
Stupid yank. What?
Wow. Charlie, so much hate.
It's a joke, fam. I'm from Mansfield. I'm supposed to hate everyone. Alright, what?
We've been podcasting for an hour and 40 minutes. This has been a really decent podcast.
And we're not even done yet. We're not done
yet. But I have limited time.
Actually,
I'm going to give you
maybe
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Are we done?
Alright, well, we'll just have a slight conclusion.
We'll wind down.
Yeah, we'll calm it down. We'll cool it down. We'll enter that period of time where we all hold
Where
hands.
we chat shit. Let's bring it to the audience. Let's get the 3 people watching to tell us what we should.
Didn't you say you had a gay experience where someone tickled you and you didn't like it?
I don't want to talk about it. I do not want to talk about it, Charlie.
That's perfect for a podcast.
Charlie, I do not want to talk about it.
You got tickled. You got tickled by a guy. I bet it was Chase.
No.
I bet Chase tickled you.
It was not Chase.
I bet it was Chase.
It was not Chase.
I mean, look at his profile picture.
His name was Vincent.
It's a fucking Tangrove.
He was right.
Look at that.
Hey guys, in the chat, what do you guys think we should be talking about?
I think Chase is just a fat nerd.
Chaz,
With like.
we're supposed to be calming it down.
Like,
Why are you
with,
ripping
like,
into people like this?
With like pepperoni pimples
Mate, your town's a sewer.
on his chin. I mean, yeah, it is.
Pepperoni pimples in
Yeah,
it.
that's Chase, man.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant nipples.
But Chase, one day I want to have an actual boxing match with you, fam.
You're not going to box Chase.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you can.
Stop chatting out your shithole. God.
Nah. I've already
We're
said
we're
I'd
both
box
getting
you.
black ops
No,
tomorrow.
I've already said I'd box you. I will box you one day, bro. We'll do it for charity. We'll do it for charity.
Great. Great.
Have a
No,
chari-
great.
have a
No, great.
charity
Yeah,
boxing
no, I
match
believe you, Charlie. I believe you.
where we beat the shit out of each other for charity. I'd win because I've just got the natural born Mansfield fighter inside me.
Charlie,
Mansfield. What's
let's open up. Let's wind this down with a couple questions from the internet. Let's get the most personal questions
Person.
to ask. Most personal question to ask a girl to find out more about her.
Alright.
In fact,
Alright, a personal question. Alright, Chase, how many times has your dad touched you tonight? Alone. I mean, that's a personal question, ain't it?
Chaz, give me a number between 1 and 200.
69!
Okay. So I've got a list of 200 questions from the website Thought Catalog, and this is just supposed to be deep questions.
Oh god.
And I'm gonna ask you 5, then we'll wind down. Yeah,
Alright.
Charlie.
Oh, for fuck you what? I just said
What's
yes.
wrong?
I just said yes.
Okay, sorry, you might cut out.
Oh, alright.
Charlie, number 69 is: if you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
Racism.
How would you
I'd-
change it?
I'd get rid of it.
You just eradicate it,
I'd just eradicate all racism.
so people can still hate each other, just not over their race.
Yeah. That's how it'd be, because you shouldn't have
Great.
to hate someone because of their race. That's just fucked.
That is pretty fucked.
There we go.
Charlie.
Yep.
Give me a number between 1 and 200.
Ooh, let's go 17.
7 what?
17.
17. Android 17.
I mean, 17 is like my football number.
What would you do if your parents didn't like your partner? So if you had a girlfriend and your parents
Yeah.
thought that your girlfriend was shit, what would you do?
Well, I mean, there'd have to be a good reason for that.
You trust your parents to
I'd
be
trust my
justified in what
parents,
they say.
Yeah.
I would completely agree, to be honest. I mean, I don't trust my dad, but I trust my mum.
Yeah.
I trust my mum to have my best interests at heart, so if she doesn't like who I'm with, then it's probably because they don't think they're what's good for me.
Yeah.
That isn't to say that I'd consider it blindly.
I mean, I've got one of them dads that's like, you better not be fucking gay.
Oh my god, that's not okay.
No, but I'm not gay, so it's fine.
I mean, I guess.
We're gonna have this discussion again.
Charlie, 1 to 200.
199.
199 is: how would you describe your best friend in 5 words? First of all, tell me who your best friend is, Chaz, because I know it's Owen.
It is Owen.
You got 5 words. I'm counting on one hand.
Alright. Spastic.
Wow, immediately a great one.
Mongol.
That's like 2 words in one.
Not
Mongol.
in Mansfield. Biased.
Not bigoted, biased.
Oh, whatever. Fuck. Bigoted. man.
Okay. 3.
Fuck. What's the word for like not understanding?
Ignorant?
But he's not. Well, he can be ignorant sometimes.
Dense?
No, I'd say ignorant. Ignorant.
Okay. 4. One more.
And he's just a pussyo.
Spastic, Mongol, ignorant, biased, pussy.
Yeah. He just is that.
I hope that he is listening.
Good, he'll know.
I hope he knows what you have to say about your best
I mean,
friend.
I'd like to see how he describes me in 5 words.
Spastic Mongol.
He's just be...
gay, homosexual.
Exactly. Now, can I just say, I don't know where the fuck
Boy.
Owen got that I made up that story. It was like apparently in year 8 I told him I was gay. I don't know, like that's how delusional he is.
It's because you like men, isn't it?
I'm sure it is, Rob. I'm sure it is.
Because you.
I'm sure it is.
Oh boy! Hey, Libby the Squish. It's a shame that you turned up so late. We're wrapping up, I'm afraid.
My dick's for pussy. No
What?
man can have it.
Wow.
I'm not into that.
Charlie, give us a number between 1 and 200.
127.
Okay. Charlie.
Mhm.
What is the first secret you ever kept from anybody? Which is the
First
biggest?
secret?
Okay, so the question's structured poorly, but just discuss secrets, basically. Discuss things that you've had to keep from people.
My earliest secret. I don't know. I'm an open person, so I don't really keep many secrets. I mean, it's not really a secret, but just to show how open I am. The other day in PE, which was yesterday.
Yeah.
I was getting changed in the changing room, and I was talking to some friends. And as I was like taking my joggers down, you know how your boxers have like that stupid hole in them?
Yes.
My dick was just poking out of that.
Oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
No, I wasn't embarrassed because I'm happy with my genitalia. So I just
Oh my god, that's crazily
I was
embarrassing,
just like-
Charlie.
I was like, whoa, that's not meant to happen.
It's like,
But no,
my dick apologizes.
to be fair, I mean, no one's sorry. I don't know how, but that is like the stupidest design choice ever. Like, who thought it'd be a good idea to have a hole?
To put a flap on
Yeah,
your
exactly.
bloody
Like,
boxer.
what is that for?
Answer a question yourself, Rob.
Oh,
Okay.
man, I'm not fucking done yet. I thought I had one more than that.
Okay, yeah. Keep going.
Rude. Alright, give me another one.
No.
Oh, is
more
there a
secrets.
secret one? I don't really have any secrets.
Great, because so far your first secret was, oh, boxes, my dick
Well,
flopped
if I want a
out once.
secret, I was just saying. I was just an example of how open I am.
Okay.
Nah, I've not got a
Great.
secret.
There's things that I regret. I've got quite an attitude of when you make mistakes, it's a good thing because you learn. But there's a couple of things where I'm like,
It's
I
dumb.
really wish I never ever did that, and I really regret it.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not just gonna say on stream.
Couple of things.
Yeah, 1 minute.
What up, Daddy Thompson? Oh wow. Thick Titty Isabel commissions.
Yeah, my dad was just telling me that I've got to get up at 12
Yeah.
because we're going to town to get Black Ops 4.
Oh my god, wow, that's
A new
crazy.
pair of shoes and a new coat.
Oh my god, as if your parents have the money to spend on you.
Yeah, because I'm not like a Benno in Mansfield. I'm not Benno.
I am poor. Benno, to all of you people not from Mansfield, means a person on benefits or somebody struggling with employment or disabilities and therefore requiring governmental assistance.
So a perfect example of that is Chase.
Wow, that's so rude.
No,
Why do you hate
no.
Chase so much?
Because he's rude to me, so I'm going to be rude back, isn't it?
Oh, fine.
That's how
Oh,
it
fine.
works. That's how it
Fine.
works.
Hey, Libby the Psychic Squish.
What's up, Libby? Alright, did you have a question, or...?
I think we're on the thing of secrets, and since there's like 4 people, I think it's easy to say. I cheated on my last partner, and it felt like ass, and I wish I never did it. And it's not a secret that I kept from my friends, but it's a secret that I've kept from my family, because I know that they think better of me, and I know that it would disappoint them greatly. So I'm just trying to be better, but I haven't told my family, because
It's like, I can understand why a person
I believe
would
better.
cheat in some scenarios, but it's just still like no true
It's a scummy thing
justification.
to do,
Yeah,
and it's not
yeah.
a thing that I advise people doing.
Because it's just a complete violation of someone's love. That's a precious thing to have.
To be honest, it was a very cowardly thing. I was because me and my partner were having a lot of problems. but I really did love her. I was scared of being in this sort of trapped cycle of I care about this person, but nothing is going right, and it's scary and frightening. And then this other person felt like a nice way out because I could just be in love with somebody else. And that's what led me to doing that. Essentially, I wanted to feel like I had a way out. But it doesn't work that way. And then even after it happened, I still stayed with my partner for like 3 years. Since after it happened. So,
did she know?
She knew, but only years after. Like literally, I told her probably like a year and a half after it happened.
I mean, how did she respond to that? If you're comfortable talking about it.
She was like, "Can't believe you thought I'd never find out." I was like, "Duh, you'd never find out. I was the only person who bothered to tell you." What? No, that's stupid to say in retrospect, but she doesn't make sense. Fucking hell. She understood that it was a long time ago. She understood that it's something I didn't plan on doing again, and she was willing to not look past it, but move forward. She was not happy, and it was a very, very sour night that night when I told her. But we went on to have a loving relationship for years after that. And then I broke up with her last December. Cause fuck, things weren't getting better.
Around the final days of it happening.
Yeet.
We were playing some Fortnite.
Oh my god, we probably were. I'm right in its early stages, just before blowing
they
up,
were the good days.
which was kind of the that was the best.
That was the golden age. Owen's one of them people who, whenever a girl interacts with him or talks to him, he instantly sees that as, oh, this girl wants to go out with me. And it's like, no, that's not how it is, Owen. You're an ugly goblin. No one wants one. Oh my
god. You're so rude to Owen.
I mean, he knows I am. That's the way it's the way we treat each other, though.
Owen's a baby. But
I mean, Owen's racist.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Fuck's sake.
Hey, Libby, give my man Chaz a subscribe. Let's get him to 90 subs.
Oh my god.
Oh no, Libby's gone, I think.
I would upload more and earn my right to be 100. Oh no, I feel so bad. I said before this year started, I was like, this year I'm getting to 100 subs. I've done fuck all. No, you know what? I'm changing it. I'm changing it up. I'm changing shit up. Right? By
Charlie,
Monday, you got that Monday. If you got that Monday, alright?
Charlie, are you okay?
On Monday, I'm changing things up, alright? What I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to put on full devotion for my channel, which means I'm going to throw everything to the side. I'm going to be trying to make videos at least one a week on a Saturday before the year ends, and I'm gonna push myself for these last few months of reaching my goal of 100 subs. Alright?
Wow, that's crazy.
That's what I'm gonna try to do right now. Not right now, on Monday, because it's a new week, brand new days. Persona song, good song. Listen to that song. Enjoy that song. All right. Right? Do you want to have any? Do you want me to ask any questions, Rob? Do you want this?
Sure. Did you want me to send you the list?
Yeah. Give me the list.
Okay. Where is Chaz?
I've got like one hair sticking out my cheek.
Might as well take this podcast to two fucking hours.
Jesus Christ.
That's where we're getting
What is
to.
What is that image?
I know.
200 deep questions to ask if you really want to get to know someone.
Better press Control F on that keyboard.
Oh my god, we really are.
I'm serious. Control F. It's a good way to find shit.
Control F. What do you mean?
It's the find function. It lets you ignore it.
Oh,
Did you want a number?
Yeah, number.
Number 100.
100. What is your biggest irrational fear? That's a good question.
I feel like my fears are quite rational, to be honest. So it's hard to say. My biggest irrational fear, rejection.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm actually really scared of like crabs. like not the STD.
Yeah.
But fucking crabs. The Grim Man.
That's great.
I hate the legs and the fucking claws.
Oh, you should see a horseshoe crab. They have 8 claws.
Oh, fuck that.
Did you just Google a horseshoe crab?
No, I don't want to.
No, Google horseshoe. Oh, I'm sending you pictures of horseshoe. Horseshoe crabs. Honestly, my most debilitating fear. This will sound weird, but I hate hurting people that I care about. If I hurt people that I care about, it makes me stop functioning. It makes me struggle to keep going. Like if I accidentally come to cause harm emotionally or physically to people who I genuinely didn't want to do that to and who I care about,
my god, what the fuck is that?
it makes me want to stop living.
Rob, what the fuck is
makes
that?
me want to commit die. It's a
What
horseshoe
is that?
crab.
That's fucking disgusting. Delete that.
You can see how it's got 8 claws.
Delete
you can
that.
See it's got a row of 4.
Delete that.
Oh, I don't know if I can, Charlie.
Oh, fuck off.
There's the other side.
I've got to put my feet up. Oh, what is that?
I've deleted it.
Delete the other one. Alright.
I've deleted it. But no, I can understand why that image would make somebody very uncomfortable. Horseshoe crabs are not massively pretty.
No, the real one though is fucking Japanese spider crabs.
I like tailless whip scorpions.
There is no god if that thing exists.
Oh,
Jesus.
spider crabs, yeah, spider crabs. Oh, it's like a generic video game enemy.
Fuck off.
It's like if that came walking towards you in a horror game.
That's fucking disgusting. Fuck, delete that. And my feet are right up on the chair, fam. I'm so fuck that. That's so disgusting, fam. What is that? There is no god if that thing exists.
There is no god.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, how do you feel about the crab rave meme, Chaz?
No, I mean, my biggest fear. Have you seen video footage of like crabs like underwater? Like king crabs all fucking like gathered together, but it's all there like clumped to the bottom of the sea. Just fucking disgusting.
Absolutely.
Can we get them extinct? Can we get them extinct?
Can they commit die?
Yeah, you know when people are like, "Oh, I'm against all this." The way how we kill crabs and lobsters by putting knife. Fuck that! Fucking eviscerate them things.
You can't kill them just because you don't like them, Charlie. You're not allowed.
Well, no, it's an insignificant creature, bro.
Guys, we are done with the podcast.
No, let's push another 4 minutes. Let's get it for 2 hours. I've got my OCD.
You want to push another 4 minutes?
Another 4 minutes. Right. Another question.
My favourite number, 6.
6. Why is 6 your favourite number, Rob?
It's because I was born on the 26th of June, the 6th month, 1996.
I don't really have a favourite number, but I guess I could say 17 because that's like my football number I've on my kit.
17.
Right, number 6. What was the best phase of your life?
I've got to be real. I'd say probably now. I think now's probably...
Yeah.
Right now, I am the most interesting I've ever been. Like, not even in a big-headed way. I think that's a good attitude to have when you're growing up, to be happy of what you are. I know that I went through a lot of unhappiness in secondary school, because trying to figure out who you are in secondary school is the worst thing. And for a lot of people, secondary school is genuinely traumatizing.
I fucking hate secondary school. I can't wait to leave.
And it's just it's stressful to try and grow up and develop all these feelings in puberty and have no context or rule book as to how to deal with it. And I'm one of the people who did not peak in secondary school. I was not at my highest there, which generally inspires people to try and be the best they can later in life. Because if people feel like they're the best thing ever in secondary school, they hit their peak too early.
I'm gonna be honest and say, like, although I'm gonna try for my final year of secondary school, I can tell I'm gonna fail. Like, I just know. Because because the shit they expect me to know is shit I know I'm not gonna get a grasp on. So, I mean, I'm gonna try my hardest to understand it, but I can tell I'm just not gonna. So, I mean, I've kind of accepted now. I've never really stressed about exam results or school anyway. So,
Super Shadow, just to Danny rather, just to give you some space. I think that's a very rational fear. I think, especially a lot of people with like alcoholic parents or loved ones, a lot of them just get scared of losing control. I think that's incredibly rational.
Remember ages ago when we had I say argument. It was just a conversation about drugs.
Yes.
And you're like, well, alcohol's illegal. Alcohol's legal. Why don't we legalize that if that's technically a drug? And I'm not a fan of alcohol, to be real, because it's got such negative effects on people. Like,
alcohol kills millions.
I will occasionally have the one can of cider, but never do I want to get drunk, because it's not even because it's like I don't want to lose control of my actions or something. It's because I just hate the feeling, and because I know it's, I know it's bad for me as well. I just don't want to fucking end up doing some dumb shit,
I'm not against alcohol. In fact, I get drunk when I can. To be honest, I know you do,
but I don't want to get drunk, man.
I'm very conscious of the genuine risks and bullshittery that ensues when people get drunk.
So,
but yeah, in terms of the best phase of my life, I would say questionably now. I don't think human beings are supposed to be ultimately happy. I think a lot of us need things to strive for and need dissatisfaction to push to have something to want to strive for. And I know I complain a lot about like my relationship status or my weight or my upload schedule, but it's a good sign that I have things that I want to work towards, and it's a good sign that I'm acknowledging that there's room for improvement. So as long as I'm happy with what I'm wearing, what I'm doing, what I'm eating, and what I'm feeling, then shit will only get better. And I made a girl come yesterday, and that makes me feel great.
Yeah, but you're still a virgin.
I don't believe that you'd fucking destroy my... You just ended my career.
And what? No, it's fine, Rob, it's fine. No, it's fine, Rob, it's fine, honestly. There's nothing to be ashamed about, it's fine. It's fine, Rob, I'm telling you, it's fine.
So Charlie,
it's fine, I guess.
What's the best phase of your life?
Best phase of my life? I was quite happy, when I was very consistent, putting 2 uploads a week out, because I knew I was making content.
It doesn't sound like you're answering the question, my friend.
Shut up. But when I look back on it, I'm not happy with that, because looking back on it, I was like, okay, this was kind of half-arsed. So it was just a rush to get content out. And now I'd say, whenever I do occasionally upload, I'm happy with the quality it's being produced at.
Wow!
So I'd have to say...
That's really cool!
I have to give the same answer you gave and say right now, because even though
and that's exactly what it should be.
I'm not fucking happy with the work rate I'm putting in. The odd occasion I do make a video, I'm happy with the results.
It is nice to put in the work and then come out with shit that you're happy with. I do like the anime reviews that I've been doing. It's very fun.
Yeah, I mean, you know me. I'm not a fan of scripted videos. You know that.
First, guys, especially Aquapuppa, Chase, and Danny. Your viewership has been very much appreciated, and podcasting is fun now and then. It has now come up to the 2-hour mark. And we've had some good shit.
Some real good shit.
You are the motherfucking shit. You are amazing. Lads, have a fucking wonderful night.
Thank you.
Again, just to shout back to the very, very start of with Mental Health Awareness Day. Just keep your eyes open and keep your heart open for the people that you care about. Give them time, give them space, and give them facilitation.
My DMs are open. Rob's DMs are open. We've got a link.
My DMs are literally open.
Yeah, we've got.
Anybody can DM me on Twitter.
We've got a link to my Twitter and Rob's Twitter and the Discord. We've even got a link to my Discord server. If you want to get in touch with me there, we've got like a really supportive group of people. I'd like to say Chase is there, so I'd have to say not very supportive. But I'm there, which is all that matters. So just keep that in mind. If you're going for like a hard time in life, we're always here for you. But anyway, on that note, we're gonna have to end the podcast here. It's been a good one. I think this has been one of our best yet.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's been chill.
It's been really good.
And the internet didn't keep dropping.
Oh, that's perfect. So quality-wise, it was good as well.
Guys, have a wonderful weekend.
Have a great Sunday tomorrow. I know I will be. I know Rob will be as well, hopefully. So we're going to play some Black Ops 4. But anyway, we're not going to stall any longer. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to me, subscribe to Rob, follow us on Twitter, join the Discord. And we'll see you all next time.
Fuck off, monetized. I love you, monetized.
Nah, I love monetized. My Welsh, but it's the one Welsh person I can respect. Alright. In a bit, lads. Take care.
It's not Yubi, though.
Nah, fuck Yubi. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.